X-Men 97 is the best project that Marvel has put out in a long time. In an age where Disney is trying to dominate pop culture with huge budget superhero blockbusters that feature new and exciting characters, this revival of a 90s superhero cartoon is far and away the most well-received project they have released in years, with perhaps Guardians 3 being the only exception. Hey guys, just cutting in really quick to let you know that I am selling merch now. I've got t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other cool stuff available. You can rep the official channel artwork or grab a shirt that features my own original artwork. If you guys are interested, then check out the link in the description. Now back to the regularly scheduled shenanigans. It's no secret that X-Men the Animated Series is loved by fans who grew up with the show in the 90s, and it has persevered as a touchstone of comic book culture for decades after the show ended its 5-season run in 1997, and was praised for adapting classic X-Men storylines into a fun, action-packed Saturday morning cartoon format. While the series has never faded from comic book culture, many fans were still shocked when it was announced that the show was getting revived with a brand new animated series that would continue the story of the original show, with a large number of the original cast returning to voice their characters. Of course, everybody was skeptical as to whether or not this revival would be able to live up to the original show decades after it originally ended. The show could easily have just been a cheap attempt to cash in on some 90s nostalgia, but things started looking promising after we got the first trailer, the critic reviews released with glowing praise, and now that the first 2 episodes have been released and fans have watched them, it's safe to say that the X-Men are well and truly back. People are loving this show, the IMDb reviews are excellent, and while I don't usually put much weight behind the tomato meter, you cannot ignore a 100% critic rating and a 94% audience score. Every review for this show, whether it's from a fan or a critic, is giving this show nothing short of absolute praise. Personally, I've never watched the 90s X-Men cartoon, it was just way before my time. Wolverine and the X-Men was my X-Men show.
She kinda bad though. Is that Frost?
I went into this 2-episode premiere equipped with nothing but a series recap, and even without nostalgia or an attachment to the show, I loved it. You certainly do not have to have seen the original show to enjoy this revival. If you've seen the movies and read enough comics to know who the X-Men are, then you'll get comfortable with the characters and story pretty quickly. The modern 2D animation is gorgeous and gives a fresh coat of paint to the style of the original cartoon. Once again, we have been spoiled with another incredible 2D animated series. The voice acting is top notch, and of course they kept the theme song. But by far the biggest achievement of the series thus far is the writing and narrative. Without getting into any spoilers, this revival is clearly made for fans of the original series who are now well and truly adults who appreciate more mature content. That's not to say the series isn't also made for younger viewers, because it is, but the topics the show touches upon and the emotional maturity the characters are showing in this series shows that the new writers on this series understand that they needed to mature the show a little bit to connect with longtime fans. It's a shame that the creator of this show got fired by Marvel, because his work so far is excellent. It's also probably a good time to mention that we've only seen the first 2 episodes. The quality of the show can go up or down from this point onward, but judging by the quality of the first 2 episodes, I think we are in for a treat. The people that were attacking this show and calling it woke a few weeks ago have been real quiet since the show actually came out. I mean, seriously, people were mad because Rogue wasn't drawn like this for the whole show.
I was like, damn nigga, what you doing out here with all this ass? Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out, my nigga, and it was just, I don't know, man.
I mean, look, they definitely toned her look down, but you're an idiot if you decide to write off an entire show because of a little design change. Now I just want to talk about the narrative and the writing a little more, but I'm going to have to get into some spoilers here. So if you're trying to dodge spoilers, then click off now. Are we cool? Okay. The show's narrative starts incredibly strong with these first 2 episodes. In the first episode, we get a healthy dose of good old-fashioned X-Men action and spend a lot of time just hanging out with the characters. It's a great reintroduction to the show and is a great start for new fans. We also get a look into Cyclops as he struggles with the fallout after the death of Charles Xavier and anticipates the birth of his first child with Jean Grey. The second episode is the real showstopper here though. Magneto's redemption is compelling and is an ingenious new direction for the character. Seeing this force of nature actually hold back for once is a fresh take that I am all here for. The exploration of the blatant racism leveled against the mutants in this episode, from the hospital refusing to deliver Jean's baby because she's a mutant, to the violent protest at Magneto's trial, feels just as relevant and powerful as it did in the 60s. While I'm sure a lot of people roll their eyes at this stuff now, personally I think it all still works and reminds us of the real power behind the storytelling of X-Men. This team has been tackling issues such as racism, homophobia, and anti-Semitism for decades, and it's all still incredibly relevant. Honestly, X-Men 97 is the kind of show we need right now. I mean, it doesn't hurt that the show basically writes itself at this point.
Forcing their way into the halls of Congress.
To wrap things up, X-Men 97 is incredible. It's a compelling revival of a classic show that absolutely delivers the goods for old fans and has enough charm to drag along new fans like me. I hope Marvel keeps giving us more stuff like this because, God knows, they need some more hits right now. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of X-Men 97? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next video.